Hey everybody, in this video we're going to continue working on our pencil car. We got to delete out this little back edge, and then we got to connect our back area to the bottom axle hole or the back axle hole, and then also this back area to the front axle hole with the Follow Me tool after we've drawn some shapes. Now, to get started, I'm going to do a thing I should have done in the last video, and that is after I double click in, I should select this back surface and just hit delete to get rid of it. There's a few little pieces here to also select and delete. Essentially want to get rid of all the spaces that aren't these three pieces. And then the next thing I want to do is I want to connect the back area here to that back axle hole by orbiting around. And I want to kind of orbit where I can look at that back axle hole and then orbit up a little bit so I can see this the bottom edge of that CO2 cylinder housing. And then from there, I'm going to go either to the circle or the rectangle and then draw the shape that I want it to connect. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hover over one of these little points that aren't the furthest point out, but a little bit in. And then I'm going to slide straight up to this edge, and it should, follow you that way. Select that edge and kind of pull it back. Make sure you're sitting on the face. All right. Notice the lines right now say about 11.7 and 10.4. I'm going to drop mine right there, and I'm going to make this a 12, we're going to go 8, enter, which is a little smaller rectangle. And then after I do that, I'm going to pull that shape down until it connects. And then I'm going to leave it there. Now, if I wanted to, I could delete these extra lines, but I don't need to. All right. Now, actually, I'm going to edit undo because I deleted too many lines. Notice it went away. So I'm going to leave those there. Actually, I'm going to leave the last one there too because I deleted that out. Just back it up. Now, we have those things crashing into each other, and that's all that matters. Now, the next thing that we have to do is move to the front of our housing right here, and we want to connect kind of the midpoint to the front shape right here using the pencil tool, the line tool, or the arc tool. So I'm going to use the line tool, and I'm going to start by just sliding up the edge here and finding the midpoint. Click on the midpoint, and then I'm going to find the front edge or the back edge of my midpoint there. Hit escape when that stops. What that line does, and it could have been an arc too, is that line is the path that the shape we draw on that surface is going to follow. So going from the back to the front of my car, I'm going to use the circle, but you could use a rectangle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the midpoint there. I'm going to slide straight up, and I'm going to make a 3 millimeter radius, right, which is a relatively small. Actually, let's bump it up to 5, so it's 3 after I'm done sanding. And after I do that, I can delete the backhand edge by just selecting that space and deleting it. And then I'm going to use a tool that's underneath the push-pull tool called Follow Me. The Follow Me tool is kind of a little glitchy every once in a while. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we have this surface selected, and then we want to follow this line going down to where it meets, and then drop it where it doesn't end up making, stuff that we don't want it to make. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this edge. I'm going to slide down. Notice mine kind of just jumped right down the edge. I'm going to slide and orbit down the rest the other way. And I'm going to make these two things connect. All right? And I want it to kind of connect at that point. So if it adds things I don't want, what I'm going to do is just drop that there. All right? Now, a few things. First of all, this little edge right here we can connect, but we'll save that for the next video. All right? And then the other part is we have to get this little back portion, but we'll say that also for the other part of that video, okay? But that kind of gets us started in having all those shapes and all those shapes getting ready to be connected, all right? So right now, that is essentially our top view cut. In the next video, what I'll do is show you how to clean up those little areas where these things don't go together very nicely, all right? But thanks for watching. For our top view, remember, go to our top view, all right? And you can actually go to our full car before we go top view. And then that will be our screenshot for our submission. Thanks for watching. Hope that helps.